What's up, y'all? It's your girl Pinkley. Thanks for tapping in for Words of Wisdom. This week, I encourage you guys to step out of dwelling on your glory days. A lot of times, we have this habit of getting caught up in the past and what we used to do and what we've already accomplished. But what are we doing lately, right? What are we doing actively right now that's adding to our growth? Because I'm going to tell you one thing. When you are stagnant and you're living in the past, you are stunting your personal growth. Now you're so busy trying to remember and trying to reach that pinnacle that you were at in such and such year that you're not focusing on the pinnacles and the new heights that you can reach right now. You also create unrealistic expectations for yourself. You have to understand that when you're living in the past, you're thinking that is the best of your life. You're thinking you were in your prime. But if you work hard and you're consistent with what you're, really interested in, what your passion is, what your goal is, then you have to know that you're going to reach a higher height than what you felt like your prime was. But you got to stay active. It blocks your adaptability because you're no longer able to really think outside of you when you were there. So now you're thinking of yourself as this person in the past, and you're thinking of yourself as maybe 10 years younger than you actually are. So it prohibits you from doing things that are actually in your age range because you can't even accept that you're, for instance, older. One way that you can stop living in your glory days so much is set new goals for yourself. If you set new goals for yourself, you have no choice but to attack them in new ways. You have no choice other than to actually try to reach them, and they're going to be way different than before. So you're going to sort of change your direction, you change your mindset, and you change everything that comes along with it, and you're going to reach new heights. You also want to practice mindfulness. Be aware, be conscious of things that are happening around you. Even if it means something as shallow as be aware when you start to look a little older. Because guess what? Maybe you should dress according to your age range. Let's say if we're in our 40s, we shouldn't be dressing like we're in our, teens per se. So we want to pay attention, be conscious when we're having conversations with people our age. If nothing is clicking, you know what I mean? Or people in our field and nothing is clicking, we need to kind of think back and think, hey, what's going on in my life that I'm not aware of, the world kind of passing me by. You kind of need to get in touch with reality in that way. And another thing you want to do is embrace your growth. Do not shun away from it. Don't shun away from you growing and learning. And even though it gets hard sometimes, you keep pressing forward, and eventually you learn more, you get farther. And these are things to be proud of. These are active things. These are things that you can currently say that you're accomplishing rather than living off something that happened 20 years ago. I've told you guys, different ways you can stop dwelling on your glory days, but we may wonder why. Sometimes we really just dwell on our glory days for nostalgic purposes, to just, go down memory lane. So that's one reason we harp on it. It's a self-confidence booster. Sometimes we may not be so proud of what's going on in our life currently, but we're proud of what we did back then and we can't let go of it, right? Social validation, the people around us, we're trying to be validated by our peers, and that's not important. We need to validate ourselves first and foremost. So what do we need to do? Stop living in the past, get with the future, get active today. Thank you guys so much for tapping in for Words of Wisdom. I'll see you guys next week.
Duh.